Okay, we're in Animation Basics 4, and you should have reviewed these keywords and watched the tutorial on library features. And now we're going to be going to your guide, and I'll have you follow along in the guide. But here it says, after reviewing the tutorial on organizing library assets, you're going to download the Flash file and organize the library contents into what you think is reasonable. So I want to show you how to follow along in the tutorial then and complete this activity. You want to find this page in your tutorial, how to organize content, and you'll see that it says, number one, it says Start Flash and open a new blank document. But if you open a new blank document, you're not going to have any library items to organize. And you'll see they have a bunch of things here to organize. And the task here is to really create folders and categorize or organize that content. So I want you to download a Flash file that I already have. And that's this link right here. So click on that. Go ahead and click on Download. And now it's downloading to your Downloads folder. And I'm on a PC, so it looks a little bit different than yours, but go to Finder, your Downloads folder, and then open that file. It's Sample CS6. So open it up. And if you get this message, just say System Default Font and say OK, and you'll be fine. And there it is with all of these new library items. So your task here is to follow along in the tutorial and go ahead and organize those items into folders that you think are meaningful. And if you watch the tutorial, you understand what I mean. And back to the printed tutorial then. So once you have organized the content in the library, following those instructions, then the next section is to organize layers in the timeline. So we're going to use the same sample file to take a look at how to organize layers in the timeline. So let's go take a look. There it is. And here's my timeline. And what I can do, and now I see I've run off the page here, but I can hide everything. If you click on that eye, it hides all of the items in the library. And then if I show the eye, I can see what that is, and then I can give it a name. So I'm going to call this background. And now when I hide that and look at the next one, I can't really tell what it is, and that's because it's actually white. So let's try it a little different way after we name the background. Again, I can't see what that is. So we'll stop and go right to the top. And there we go. Now we can see a few of those things. And so now those items that at least what you can tell by unhiding them, give those a name. And then we're going to take a closer look at those things that are difficult for us to see and figure out what kind of a name we can give those. And now what I'm doing is looking at one of those items that I couldn't tell. If I click on the action there, I see what's happening is it's going from invisible to a white box. So now again, I can give that some sort of a name. Just do the best you can, naming the items in the library, and then switch over to your instructions on the timeline content and follow along with those step-by-step instructions. Here they are, and you should now have already changed the name, or will be, and then you're going to change the keyframes, just following along step by step. And now the keyframes are those things right inside. See if you can figure out what's happening in there and change the names of the keyframes. Now when you finish this section and you've shown me the work, all of your organization, you're just going on to the next page, the symbols instances in the library. And here we're reading through, but I want you to just page through your guide now. If there's information or there are files that you need to continue through the packet, then those files will be available to you here in the Moodle. So just keep following the packet. for the rest of this unit, and when tutorials are necessary, you'll see them back up here.